refineries will buy crude oil at the international market and sell to consumer market determined price. Many people are of the opinion that the only option that could bring about a reduction in the petrol price is the rehabilitation of located in Kaduna, Warri, and the second phase of Osrc refinery. So this morning we are taking a look at these issues and how we can also go about it. That Nigerians are also aware of what we should get to see in the next few days. My case is already here. We'll take a break now. When we come back, we'll see the ground to stay with us. Welcome back. Today we're taking a look at the Osrc refinery as going to affect the petrol price of Nigeria. We also know quite well that our economy actually revolves around petrol in this country, and how with me in the studio, we just sit to it. I have an economic expert, Mr. Stephen Awere. It's a pleasure to have you on the show today.
Thank you so much, Mr. Aria. Thank you for having me.
First and foremost, let's also ask from you your reaction to the news of this commencement of a refinery, Osrc refinery.
Well, it's a welcome development. For once we are having results from our government. We've been having this turnaround maintenance for all our refineries in the past decades. None of them has ever advanced to a reasonable conclusion like this. So, for once, I think government is showing fidelity to its promises when they said that they are going to ensure that the refineries come back on stream. And I think that would be a welcome development to investors who are looking at what the promises of government, how government intends to keep their words. So that one is a good one, and it's a right step in the right direction.
The issue of the money also spent on the turnaround of that refinery has also set strong lagging. They said $1.5 billion. So who will say that is also huge?
Well, it's huge, but I don't think anything can be too huge to restart our economy, if I can use that word. Because right now, the Nigerian economy is comatose. We're not producing, we're consuming. That's bad for any economy. So whatever we do to ensure that we return to the productive part, it is money well spent, no matter. And economists during the Great Depression, he said that if you want to jumpstart an economy, that because there's problem, you go and ask somebody to get some people together, let them start digging the pit, pay them, and ask another group to come and fill up that pit. Because what you are doing, you are creating employment. With that, what you have done looks useless, that you have not done anything useful. Somebody dig a pit, another set of people to come and fill that same pit, to fill it up. You have not done so, but you are paying those two sets of people. They will get home, they will buy bread. So the baker is going to get customer. That's spending. So what you have done with that just ordinary digging and filling, you are jump-starting the economy. I think this money spent on the turnaround maintenance of the Port Harcourt refinery is money spent to jumpstart our economy. Because at the end of the day now, the indirect jobs will be created around that locality is almost as valuable as the refining operation of the project itself. So many families, yes, skilled and unskilled. The logistic all come back on stream. So we're jump-starting our economy. I think it's money well spent.
So you're also convinced that it's also capable of dumbfounding Nigeria's economy?
Yes. I'm convinced that if we have all our refineries working, it's going to energy, part of our energy challenges is going to be addressed by these refineries. Because one of the things we have as a challenge as a nation is, one, the twin evil of unemployment and low productivity. We're not producing. Once we have our refineries now working, on all sectors revolving that energy sector will start producing. If they start producing, they will also activate some other sectors to start producing. So it's like a chain reaction. This one will cause the other one to start. And once we have people productively engaged, then we can be on the path to recovery and development. That's what China did. China, at the time when they were like this, they decided to do something to encourage local production. They even deliberately devalued their currency to make their imports costlier and make their exports cheaper. So that even developed economies like US decided to go and put plants in China to produce for them, because they know that producing in China becomes cheaper. So they produce what they want to produce.
Because of the cheap labor.
Exactly. It's cheaper in China. They now they produce in China and bring the final product to their economy. They did not know they were destroying their economy.
So what would now be the immediate economic benefit of the refinery actually coming on board to Nigeria?
Employment.
The masses?
Employment. Employment is the immediate thing that we're going to see. Employment of skilled and unskilled personnel around that place. And that one, you can't even quantify what it's going to be. Because you will only be talking of the skilled laborers, those people that will be working in the refineries. You will not be mentioning the baker that need to produce bread for those who are working in the refinery. You are not talking of the, in quotes, the mama put to work where we have a group of workers, the mama put, who ordinarily will not have customers for this refinery. When we are talking, we will be talking of those people, but they also constitute a critical mass in their unemployment statistics.
Does that not mean that people will start migrating to the
we are saying it as if it's a laughing matter. It's not. People will migrate. Petroleum engineers who had graduated years ago now, who have not been able to find employment. You see them migrating back to Port Harcourt, and if eventually they worry, because the refinery is also undergoing its own maintenance, as well as the canal. So if all these come back this year, next year, it's going to be good, very, very good thing for our economy.
Let's look at the forex as well. The naira to dollar competition.
Yes, that's another huge benefit of this refinery coming on stream. In the last years, what the country spent, the forex, the country spent on importing refined products grew by about 21%. In 2022, the country spent about 25 billion US dollars on importation of refined products. That's a lot of pressure on the value of the naira. It means what we should, for example, we should use to import development. And what do I mean by development? When you import capital goods like equipment, plant and machinery, you are importing development. You are importing employment. But what the forex we should use to import development, we are using it to import inflation. Because in the developed economies where these refined products are produced, they also have inflation there. The price of refined products is subject to the degrees of the supply in the international market. So when we go abroad to go and import their refined products, we are importing their inflation. And that one is worsening our own local economy. But now that the Port Harcourt refinery is coming on stream, it means we're going to spend less forex on importation of refined products. It means more forex will now be available for capital development in terms of getting plant and machinery for our local economy to start producing.
One of the things that those who are also the operators of the refineries, because what we are also reading from the media is that they also buy the crude oil in dollars.
Correct.
Will it not mean the same thing?
Not exactly, because the price of refined products is determined by two factors. One, the price of crude at the international market, and the exchange rate of naira to dollar, because the price of crude is in dollar.
The operators of
I'm going to that.
the facility will also be chasing dollars.
Yes, I understand. I understand that. Now, they will also be chasing dollars. They will also be chasing dollars. But before now, it's true we chase dollars to import refined products. But that dollar that we are chasing to import products is inclusive of what the profit margin of those who refine the product in the first place. Is inclusive of logistics of the foreign, the refining, the country. No, I'm even talking of the country refining.
Okay.
They have logistics. All their cost of production is factored into what they now calculate to get the final cost per liter. When they now sell to us per liter, we also spend logistics, bring it from their country back to them. Those are all extra costs that will no longer be there now if we're not refining locally. Those costs will no longer be there. So it means the price will start to go down.
Because now that we started talking about cost, because the majority of Nigerians, what they want to see is that the price of petrol will crash. More so that our economy also has to do with petrol.
Yes.
The increase, the hike in price of petrol has also necessitated the increase in other commodities.
I'm sorry to disappoint so many of us. The adjustment will not be instantaneous, and it will not be drastic in the first place. Look, let's look at it. The first phase of the Port Harcourt refinery It's just about 60 million barrels per day.
60,000
No, 60,000 barrels per day. We still have the second phase, the 150,000 barrels per day. We still have the Kaduna refinery. We still have the Wari refinery. It's still a small step that we have taken. But like in our own local environment here, our elders will say, how do I translate it in English now? That you remove when you want to get out from the palm oil production, local palm oil production plant. You are removing your legs, you remove it one at a time. So this is a small step, but it's a sure step. It's a desired step. It's a welcome step.
As a washer of that industry, what would be your question for cost of petrol, the pump price?
Well, the first thing that the first thing is that I will not expect the pump price to go up. Ordinarily, if we do not have an intervention in the sector, we should, of necessity, be expecting an increase in pump price early this year, or at least in the first quarter of this year. But with the coming on stream of that refinery now, I am expecting that expected increase in pump price should not come now.
Okay.
So we should be very, very...
The reduction will also come now.
Yes, the reduction may not also come now. It will be a gradual adjustment. Particularly, we need more of these refineries to come on stream.
That also brings also the refinery, refinery.
Yes.
Today it will be taking a 6 batch of crude oil.
Yes.
Just as the Port refinery is also going through test run.
Yes.
Test running of the Port refinery is also ongoing.
Yes.
So when we have the two on board,
Yes.
no thing that will also give us something to smile about.
In fact, that will give us something to smile about. The Dangote refinery is supposed to save the country about $26 billion annually in forex. Now, that's in forex on fertilizer and refined products. Now, that's going to be a lot of relief on the forex, and it means that our foreign exchange situation will start to improve. If our forex to improve, one of the benefits is that it depends so much on imports, import of some other goods. It means the cost of average price across all spectra of at least more of the goods we consume, the cost will start to go down with the improvements in our forex situation. Once we have a favorable exchange rate, so the cost of electronics, even as your phones, your iPhones, they are just normal phones in UK. That's what people use normally in UK. People cannot use iPhones normally. It's the big boys that the big players that use iPhone here now. Why? It is because of forex. It's not because of the cost of the production. It is the cost of forex. Because once something that is selling £300 or $300, by the time you translate that, it becomes a huge thing here in Nigeria.
The final analysis of it is that Nigerians should still be patient with government as regards the pricing.
Correct. That's correct analysis. Nigerians should should put their expectation, should not be too optimistic for now, because it is still a long way out. This is a small step that we have taken, like I said, but it's a sure step. It's a good one.
We still have two major issues that also have to do with the refinery and refined products in Nigeria.
Yes.
That is the issue of haulage and pipeline vandalism. This could also affect other aspects of the economy if it's not handled carefully.
Carefully. You are correct there,
The
sir.
haulage system.
Yes. If you look at our routes, particularly in the south, they are all degraded. Most of it is because of this issue of haulage, not only of petroleum products, but haulage generally. It's speaking to one notorious fact. We should develop our rail system. We should have a logistics system that is not powered by road transportation. We should move on to rail system. But we, like I said the other time, where we will get we do not have the technology to do it now. We need to import that technology. And all our forex, we're using it on refined products. Where will we have forex to import development? That's what I mean earlier. But with the coming on board of all these refineries, it means we will now have forex to be able to import development. For example, rail system. That's the first part. The second part of it is the issue of vandalism, because we have pipes running, but those pipes, in those days, they used to be deep in the forest. Nobody even knows where they are. But now, because of insurgency and all that,
we used to have the depot.
yes,
Now we have this refined product.
Yes.
Everybody around this axis will
Yes.
do it.
yes,
Will definitely go to
Ore,
depot
yes,
to get the products. But now everybody goes to Lagos.
yes. We need, as a country, we need to put on a deliberate surveillance policy on our critical infrastructure, not only on pipelines, but our infrastructure. I need to how we secure our critical infrastructure. It's not the issue of unemployment in the last 3 decades have made the average Nigerian, who are ordinarily very creative. The average Nigerian is a creative person, but that energy is being channeled in the wrong direction. We need to redirect the energy of our youth to productive ventures. People are now seeing government infrastructure as everybody's infrastructure, that somebody, if you have things, go there and take it. That mentality, we have to discourage it. If we discourage that mentality, then the country can start moving towards the right direction.
I think that's the issue of pipeline mechanism, because that will also be a way of progress when it comes to.
Yes, but I'm also encouraged by what the security system have been able to do in recent times. We've seen a lot of where these our crews are being siphoned, where they have become open now. People are now willing to talk, to inform security agencies of this, and then I think one of the things we should do is to also engage local youths to help us monitor this critical infrastructure. Otherwise, if it's our people, if the people in that locality are the people monitoring, nobody can come and steal anything in their midst without them knowing. And once they are benefiting from it, they will secure it.
Maybe the same defense court will also double up effort in terms of ensuring that this also.
Yes, they should double up, but then it's not just civil defense, yes, but civil defense when they are that's their job, yes. But when they are recruiting, recruit from the local population of that area where you want to secure. You can't know the terrain like an agent.
In the last 35 minutes, I've been speaking with Mr. Steven, our economic expert, and together taking a look at the Port Harcourt refinery that is also a testimony as we speak today. And we also talked about the Dangote refinery that is also taking its sixth batch of crude today. Well, thank you so much for sharing your thoughts with us on the show today.
Thank you for having me.
As I was going to be on the show today, join us on Wednesday for another one. Only Ario is my name. Good morning.